Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV. We're going to watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Teknic Violator Race Gauntlet, available at RevZilla.com. So we've had a Violator in our line for the last few years. This is the next iteration, and they've changed a lot. We're actually happy in the direction that Teknic is going. Now remember, the Violator is not as technical as the Accelerator on the line. The Accelerator's got kangaroo, it's got the air blade style knuckle, but in our opinion, for around that $160 mark, the Violator actually has a ton of bang for the buck. So if we look at black and white versions available this year, and they're both going to have this graphic scheme, which is a little bit gnarly, it's a little bit tech. I'll tell you from a size standpoint, I'm wearing a size large. It absolutely fits me. This is an American cut glove, not a European cut glove. For frame of reference, I'm a large in Icon, I'm a large in First Gear. It's what you'd expect from a large. Now I will tell you, moving into this new style 2013 Violator, the fingers have become a little bit longer. It's a little bit more generous in its finger length, even with the large, comparing apples to apples versus last year's model. Now, that said, if we break it down, there's a lot of new going on, and I'll call that new as we walk through the glove. First thing you're going to see is we have a cowhide construction. We have a few other different types of materials here. They have a stretch material kind of on the back of the hand here that allows you some range of motion, but you are working with cowhide leather on the top of the hand. Starting at the back, working our way forward, it's now a lower profile cuff that doesn't have an accordion stretch panel, so easier interface with the suit. You also now have a hard part vented slider on the ulna, the lateral side of the hand, that's going to guard you in a low side crash. Moving to the back of the hand, you have this vented slider, which is rubberized. You also have a new style vented slider across the knuckles that move with your hand. I will say, I wish they were a little bit harder of a durometer. I like when we use PU materials or polyurethane as external hard parts. I don't want them to have any grip to them at all. I want them to be perfectly smooth so they completely slide. I don't think you're going to have major problems or any problems for that matter. But again, if I had to nitpick, I'd like to see these come to a sharper point and maybe be a little tougher. Moving into the fingers, double layers of leather. We have some closed cell foam now versus your regular temper foam that a lot of this is seated within. The closed cell foam is actually going to give you a little bit more resistance and shock absorption, which is a good thing. Perforated fingers, new venting structure, and now we have elastication in especially your hooking knuckles there as well. And when we move down to the fingers, you see a double layer of leather as well as more TPU sliders. Moving towards the inside and the thumb, perforated leather, double layer. You can really see the contrast here with the second layer, which is white, elastication, and then you also have that Clarino stretch, which comes around to the thumb as well. Now, big change on this glove. Now the palm is going to be sheepskin. Very nice feel to it, very soft, will offer you great feedback. You don't use cowhide in the palms. A lot of times we see sheep, we see goat, we see kangaroo. It's for tactile feedback and response. And notice external stitching here on a pre-curved finger that's pretty comfortable. It is a larger finger as well. So you guys that have, I have thin fingers, but guys that have bigger fingers should have an easier time with this glove as well here in the Violator. Moving down toward the base of the hand. Look at this big panel of white leather. Second layer, no seams, some stitching, and actually on the previous model there was a lot more stitching, some stitching for design. Whenever you start to stitch leather, you're actually putting holes in it, which weakens it. So minimal amount of Kevlar thread stitching, and we have our big Knox scaphoid sliders here in the palm. This is a slider system meant to protect the little bones in your wrist that everybody breaks. And it's going to keep you sliding if your hands go down palm first. And then notice the big leather wrapping here around the outside of the finger with two sliders. This is to guard against the low side lateral crash on the outside of your hand. And again, no major seam here, good encapsulation. It's a nice job from Teknic at a mid price point for a race gauntlet. Micro adjustment here at the wrist. We've gone single cuff now. Double cuff on the Accelerator, no accordion panel, and with single cuff here on the Violator at the wrist as well. So remember, you're looking at a glove that's full featured. It's really going to be an aggressive sport riding, but a glove that's solid enough to get it to the track. I mean, ultimately, this glove was designed as Teknic's second in command track glove. And remember, if you want to go even more technical, you can go up to something like the Accelerator. I would love to hear your feedback on the Teknic Violator, the new redesigned version for 2013. Leave us your comments at RevZilla.com on the product page or on our YouTube channel at RevZilla TV, which you're probably watching right now. Always subscribe to us as well. We roll out new product video every week because we're constantly shooting the best and brightest as we see it rolled out from the motorcycle industry worldwide. If you want to talk to any of our geeks, shoot us a line. See us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. And as always, we'll ship for free, exchange for free, no restock fee if you need to send it back to us. And you can earn TeamZilla cash on any order over $100 to allow you to earn money towards your next order by continuing to shop with us. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the Teknic Violator Race Gauntlet, available at RevZilla.com/Teknic. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.